So, this article about Kelsey and her music video, did you comment on it? Did you make a comment on that article?
No.
Okay. Is that your Twitter handle?
That's not a comment on the article, that's a tweet.
Well, this question is very precise. He said, is that your Twitter handle?
Yes, that is my Twitter handle.
And then there's a tweet.
Yes.
And can you read the tweet to the court, please?
Which one did you indicate?
This one right here, number 2.
Brett Kimberlin used his news story about his daughter to advance lies. I commented, why don't you?
Very briefly, Your Honor.
Isn't he right about the credibility of your client?
I'm sorry?
Isn't he right about the credibility of your client? Your client said he did not post anything on the Gazette article, and then it turns around and we have a tweet where he says, I commented on the article.
Your Honor.
Isn't that a credibility issue for your client?
Your Honor, I will say one thing about that, okay?
Well, answer the question. If it takes three things, say
and
that.
I can say, I'm going to try to answer the question, Your Honor. When he asked that question, I took that to mean personally that he was talking about posting it to the Gazette website. That's what Mr. Hoge said. He said he did not post a comment to, that's what he was commenting. He did not post a comment to the website. And if you'll follow up on what Mr. Kimberlin asked about that, Mr. Kimberlin kept going on about how the comments from the Gazette site were deleted.
So here's what I have, and tell me why this doesn't impeach the credibility of your witness. There's an article in the Gazette.
Mm-hmm.
There's an article about the daughter. The petitioner's father asks him the question, did you ever comment on the article? Or did you ever post a comment on the article? He said no. And then I'm shown what's plain was number 2, that where it's the Twitter account of your client that says Brett Kimberlin uses news story about his daughter to advance lies, period. I commented, comma, why don't you?
Is that your comment?
Hold on, that's what he testified to. I mean, you can't listen.
No,
Just like I cut him off from eliciting extra information.
I understand that.
That's what I heard. That's what's in evidence. It seems that he said no, but the tweet that he made and that's been entered into evidence says I did. So did he or didn't he? Does that affect his credibility? You tell me. Petitioner's father says it does. I'm not going to say, is it authenticated? I'm not sure that was an authenticated tweet. Your Honor, he did not comment on the website itself, and that's what I would take it to mean. And I thought that too, and then I looked at and I should have said this, it says, why don't you? And then it posts the URL or the conflated URL that shows where he posted it. He commented.
I have no recollection of that.
Your Honor, I can't respond to that because my understanding is, and this is not the first time, just from my own personal record here, we've dealt with this Gazette article before.
Hold on, no objector in closing. He didn't object in your closing. Go ahead.
I don't remember anything about that.
Okay, well that's what the evidence that because it's my memory that controls. That's what I saw. So if I believe that he wasn't truthful in that, commenting about her, why should I believe anything else that he said about not commenting or trying to follow or contact her? Why should I believe any of that other stuff?
Your Honor, Mr. Hoge has no records, has never been in trouble with the law before. He's gainfully employed, happily married. Your Honor,
I know, but I'm looking at it in
Your
this
Honor,
case.
I understand what
Hold on
you're
a second,
saying.
stop talking. So a lot of folks think that judges sit up here and some of them don't pay attention to the details of the facts. I paid attention to every single detail and fact that came up, and hopefully it's apparent of that. We have a situation here where I allowed evidence to come in because we even said at the time those were credibility reasons. And I'm trying to ask you a question about why, if I believe the petitioner and the way I understand the record to come out, why I should believe your client when it comes to the other thing. I mean, he took the stand and he testified. Why should I believe anything he said?